making his way to the cage aggression octagon is Gilbert Gonzalez, 5'8", 155 pounds, fighting out of Marshalltown, Iowa, and Des Moines MMA, and also Pena Boxing. Finally transitioning over to the professional portion of the card right now. So what's going to be different? I mean, you're a pro. What's going to be different?
Well, I mean, first of all, before you think of anything else, you got to think of the time limit. There's 5-minute rounds, 5 minutes per round, 3 rounds, 15 minutes. That's a lot different than 9 minutes. You know?
Sure is.
You also got to think about the rules. There'll be elbows on the ground, elbows standing, knees to the head while standing. There's a lot that goes into the professional ranks.
Now, thinking back to when you made the transition from going amateur to pro, was it more difficult once you decided that you had all these extra tools, like you could start using your elbows then, or was it a little bit harder because you did have all these extra things you could do, so it's more sort of clouding your mind? You know?
Well, it was a little surprising, you know, because once you hit the pros, you kind of resort to your amateur rules, and then once you get hit with an elbow or get hit with the knee to the face, and you're like, oh yeah, I can do this too.
Now making his way to the cage aggression octagon, it's Luke Rodriguez, 5'8", 155 pounds, fighting out of Davenport, Iowa, and Midwest Martial Arts Group.
Rodriguez you could say he's a local hometown hero, you know, and he's been around the cage aggression cage for a really long time, you know, and he's finally making that step to the professional ranks.
Right.
No, I'm excited to see that.
Right, and you have both of these guys. I know Luke has taken his time as far as transitioning to pro level, and Gilbert Gonzalez, I believe he had only a handful of amateur fights, and he decided that he was ready to turn pro. So how much goes into that decision to move up from the amateur ranks to the professional ranks?
I think nowadays it's a lot more definitive than back in the day. You know, I turned pro in 2007, and I honestly kind of did it by accident. These guys, you know, they make that conscious decision, you know, that they're gonna move up and they're gonna test themselves with the 5-minute rounds, you know, the new rules and stuff like that. Like, I think it's a big deal these days.
So how do you move up on accident? I gotta ask the follow-up question to that.
Well, you know, with shows back then, you didn't know if you were fighting 3 or 5-minute rounds.
Gotcha.
When you walk into the cage and 3 minutes goes by, you're thinking like, what the heck is going on?
What is happening?
I still got 2 minutes left in this round.
All right, here's our first professional fight of the evening, River Center. It's scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the caged aggression professional lightweight division. Powered by the Barrel House, home of half-price apps tonight. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 156 pounds. He trains at Des Moines MMA and Pena Boxing and is sponsored by Pillar to Post Home Inspection, Brother Garage, Impala Ballroom, Lobo Crew, Graphic Tees, and Carlos the Barber at Classic Cuts. Joining us from Marshalltown, Iowa, Gilbert Gonzalez! And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 155 pounds. He trains at MMAG and is sponsored by Stitcher Flooring, Lay Low Kennels, and Young Art and Sign. Joining us from Davenport, Iowa, Luke Rodriguez!
Gonzalez in the red corner, Luke Rodriguez in the blue corner. Eric Carr is your referee for tonight's action. Zach McWright on the mic, Jeremy J.D. Dorsey on the mic. Let's watch some fun.
Good inside leg kick, right to start out. Oh, shoots. Luke Rodriguez rocking the nasty mullet. I mean, I hate to plug myself, but he's got an amazing barber. I got a really good feeling that this is going to be a very short feeling out process.
Yeah, probably.
Good inside leg kick there. Luke Rodriguez he's really comfortable with switching stances very often. Gets his lead leg kicked, he'll switch stances no problem. Good combos there and a good shot by Gilbert.
Wow, nice strength there by Rodriguez to block stuff that takedown.
Good defense and a good knee there. You see, he's already getting privy to the professional ranks there with the knee to the head. Looking really focused. He's looking really focused here.
It's nice seeing Luke back at 155 as well.
Yeah, you know, I feel like he was comfortable with taking fights where he could get him. Now that he's focused on his profession, good head kick.
Nice.
Like I was saying, now that he's good. But now that I was saying, now that he's focused on his professional career, I think he's got to be particular about where he fights and all that stuff. A lot of chanting going on in the crowd.
Yeah, Luke always brings a huge crowd with him whenever he fights.
A lot of Gilberts being chanted too.
Moving past 2.5 minutes left in this first round.
See, now is where the round is about to end in the amateur ranks.
Right.
A good right hook there by Gilbert. Good flurry. Really nothing landed, but when you got somebody backed up against the cage, that looks good for yourself at the end of the round.
Yeah, Gilbert, when I talked to him before the fight, said he was trying to make this dirty, trying to make it into a brawl. So that was definitely brawl style right there.
That's a fan favorite type of fight too.
Yeah, for sure. Oh,
good flying knee by Luke. That was perfectly timed.
Perfect time, yeah. You can see is leaning in a little bit, and Rodriguez was able to pull off that. Nice spinning back fist.
Spinning back fist. Got tagged a couple good times. Good shot to get rid of that damage.
Big elbows to the body by Gonzales.
Minute left. Let's see if we can survive here. Just over a minute. Still got the leg. He's got to watch the punches in the back of the head here.
Yeah, Rodriguez trying to hold on right now. Big elbows to the back.
Good scramble there. Still got the leg. See if he can do something here with that. All the time to recover, so hopefully he can get his wits about him and we can see much more of a fight.
Less than 30 seconds left in this first round of 5-round matchup between Luke Rodriguez and Gilbert Gonzalez. Rodriguez really fighting back at the very end of that round, man.
Yeah, he got stunned really hard towards the end there with about a minute and a half left, but I think he's recovered. He was being a little more offensive towards the end of that round, but I think that really sealed it for Gilbert.
Yeah, great awareness just by Rodriguez. I mean, I don't know how you do that when you're almost totally dazed and you just go for that takedown long enough to get yourself to get your wits about yourself and be able to come back. So
inside of him,
Yeah, as far as tactics go, I think you got to be happy if you're Gilbert Gonzalez right now.
Yeah, he got him up against the cage. He landed some really good shots. Like I said, that sealed the round for him. Let's see if Luke Rodriguez can recruit from that and start off here aggressive in the second round and maybe win the second round.
He looks pretty good coming off the stool before the round, so hopefully he's fully recovered. Surprisingly, sort of starting off a little slow.
Yeah, good left hand there by Luke. It's probably better for Luke to take his time right here. The more time he has to recover, the better. Gilbert's going to give him that space. He might as well go ahead and take it. Good left hand again by Luke. I'm surprised that Luke is being a bit of the aggressor here.
Yeah, he is. Gonzalez seems content to sort of sit back and counter strike right
Chance of Gilbert. I think that's key. That's Gilbert's key right there, is to be aggressive and throw a lot of punches. You know, it stifled Luke's game there in the beginning, and got him rattled. Good head kick. Man, that was a bit of his foot. If that would have been shin, man, this could have been a short night.
You can sort of see Gilbert loading up a little bit before he goes with those flurries too. Rodriguez may be able to time something like that.
I think Luke's best chance here is when he's in the southpaw. This straight left, he's landed that quite a few times. Going orthodox, I think it's a bad look. I think this is his home here, the southpaw stance.
And I definitely don't think that Rodriguez needs to get into a trading match with Gonzalez.
No, when they get in that match, he stands. Every time Gilbert comes forward, he stands up, and that's not where you want to be. When you're standing up, when the other guy's offensive, you're giving him that chance. You're sticking your head out there for him, and that's what happened in the first round. So if he can stay the aggressor and he can stay low, he can throw them kicks, he can avoid getting in that position that he got caught in the first round. Good
Nice
jab by
jab.
him.
Looks like Gonzalez has a little bit of blood on the right side of his nose too.
See another.
Just missed with that kick. Coming up on a minute left.
Lots of punches to the back of the head. Lots of punches to the back of the head. He's stopping it. You can't punch to the back of the head.
Right.
That's obviously the referee understood what was happening. He recognized that and he stopped it immediately. That was a good call by the ref.
Oh yeah, definitely. So
Now-
is this similar to, sort of a low blow type shot? Is
Yeah.
Carr in charge of this?
I believe he's got I think he's got the 5 minutes to recover, from an illegal shot, just like a low blow, They're both illegal shots. Oh, he's taking a point. He's taking a point. I mean, he did throw about 10 punches.
Right.
So. Wow.
Wow.
Luke must have said he was okay.
And that definitely changes the complexion of this fight.
Yeah.
Under 30 seconds left in this second round of Gilbert Gonzalez versus Luke Rodriguez.
Nice little counter jab to that head kick. Caught him when he was on one leg.
Both guys swinging for the fences.
Couple good punches landed there by Luke. I didn't see Gilbert land too much right there.
Right.
In my opinion, I think Luke could have easily got a 10-8 round out of that point deduction.
Right. And that's the complexion of this whole fight. I know that Gonzalez seemed to be in pretty good control of the fight, I would say. But yeah, when you get that point taken away from you, that changes everything.
Yeah, Luke Rodriguez, he got that good head kick. He was aggressive. I think he landed the better shots that round. Could have been a 10-8 round. But now, with the point deduction, it could have been a 19-19 point type thing, and now it's a 19-18. Gilbert's behind now.
Yeah. We're about to start the third round of 5 scheduled rounds with Gilbert Gonzalez versus Luke Rodriguez at Cage Aggression 20, the Evolution.
Good one, too, there by Luke. Now you hear the chants of Luke ringing about this place. Luke's kind of telegraphing that spin kick. Yeah, he's definitely telegraphing.
Caught with a little bit of a jab, hammer fist right now. Oh, knee to the top of the head right there.
There's another illegal shot by Gilbert. I'll be interested to see if they take a point for this. And he's already been warned in a point deduction for the first illegal shot. Let's see if he does it again.
Man.
I think Gilbert's getting a little too excited about this knees and elbows,
Right.
and stuff like that with this pro contest.
Yeah. And just like you were saying before, it's tough, coming in and you have all these new tools that you can use, and you kind of got to be able to rein them in at the same time. Eric Carr talking to Luke Rodriguez right now.
Looks like Luke said he's good to go. Again, I'm surprised that he's not taking a second point away.
Right.
No, it was the punches in the back of the head, but a knee to the top of the head is a little more dangerous.
More dangerous, Now we're going to get things going again. Got to be pretty difficult to keep the flow going when you have to stop so much.
Yeah, for either fighter, really.
Right. Just missed with that spine.
This is where Luke needs to look to tie up. hit with that barrage. He's covering most of these, but
both guys are swinging for the fences right there.
yeah, what a barrage though. That was nasty.
How can you be ready to do anything other than take a nap after that? Both guys throw about 15 punches.
And without a doubt, both these guys are going to be sore tonight, especially in the morning. I really think Luke should look to take advantage of the position that Gilbert might think he's in. You know, mentally he's got to be really on his P's and Q's. You know. Nice little jab there by Luke.
Another nice jab.
The righty stance. I think, like I said, he benefits in the lefty stance. You know, he's landing them jabs, got the good body kicks. Halfway through this round, I mean, Luke should really get on his wheel here.
Might have got blocked a little bit.
Yeah, missed block. Crowd seemed to like it. Put himself in a bad position there. Needs to work to get out of here. He's working for a little standing Kimura, but oh, he's got it. He's giving up the side control though. This is really where Luke needs to abandon and go to an underhook there on his left side. He's got to work to get back up, otherwise. Ooh, nice little switch. Maybe he can get up from here.
Coming up on a minute left in this third round.
He's got that Kimura, and he's in full guards. You see Gilbert sagging that hip on the left side, and that's really what's going to control him from keeping getting that Kimura. Locks it up again. He could get this. Got a little something going on here. He needs to work his hips out. He's got 40 seconds. He could do this.
Yeah, that's more than enough time.
He could get this. He needs to get his hips out to the right. Work for a sweep here. He could get a sweep and do some real damage before this fight ends. Seal this round. He's got that arm straight. He needs to bend it and aim it towards his head. Now there he goes for the sweep. That's good. That's good. 5 seconds left, but he's got a rear naked. But I mean, time's gonna run out. That was a hell of a fight.
Yeah, that was.
That was a hell of a fight,
man.
Now this is where that second round gets dangerous. With that point deduction,
it's so hard to figure out exactly what's happening as far as those points and those scores are concerned.
Both guys with their hands up, you know, both of them think they sealed this fight. They get the W. We'll see what happens. You know, this fight could go either way, but at the same time, you know, with that point deduction, this really could be a draw.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, you hate to think of it ending that way after these guys that went in here and, you know, did everything that they've done for the past 15 minutes. But yeah, that point deduction is going to loom large.
No, it's not like I wouldn't be excited for a rematch because that was a hell of a fight. If there was a rematch, I wouldn't be that mad.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecard for our decisions. Our judges scored this contest 29-27 Rodriguez. And our last two judges scored this contest 28-28 declaring this contest a majority draw.